Look at that drop, way off. It's $1 peg.
November 28, 2021, this tweet was posted. Probably the most retarded, don't say that, thread I've seen this decade. Silence is a perfectly acceptable option if stupid. Billionaires in my following, go ahead, see what happens.
UST.
Terra. UST stablecoin. Terra has had a painful week.
Why has Luna crashed?
It's a confidence game.
Terraform Labs CEO Do Kwon, the creator of Terra Luna.
This is Terra's founder, Do Kwon. Some say he's the Elizabeth Holmes of crypto. He calls his followers lunatics. More on this guy in a minute. What you just heard was Do Kwon's response to Twitter user Freddie Reynolds' tweet, which explains exactly how to take down Luna. It's a step-by-step playbook of destruction.
Unscrupulous profiteer.
When the base finds out who is feeding this monster, they are not going to be happy.
George Soros is a man of many paradoxes. He's a world-class speculator. This man made more than $1 billion last year in a single week.
This is the story of Luna, and how one of the largest cryptocurrencies in the world could go from $45 billion one day to almost zero the next. I mean, where does the money go? How does it just disappear like this? Why did it happen? And who is responsible? Some say it was some sort of coordinated financial attack, a takedown of epic proportions. Speculations are running wild. And when I started looking into it, one thing led to another. And this rabbit hole goes deep. Deceptions, lies, financial engineering, delusion, and memes. Lots of memes. I want to uncover the dark truth behind the Terra Luna meltdown.
Stablecoins like UST could fall apart.
What is going on?
We got to this death spiral we're seeing with Terra Luna ecosystem right now. The UST stablecoin falling below its US dollar peg.
Blades, crypto, whatever.
Terra has had a painful week. Luna Foundation Guard is now lending $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and Terra USD to defend the peg.
Wow, what is going on?
It's being tested, and you know what else is also being tested? Lunatics. Terra stablecoin UST and sister coin Luna cratering after the UST stablecoin lost its peg to the dollar.
So let's talk about pigs. No, obviously not those pigs. A currency pig. We need to learn what it is so then we can find out how to break it. A currency peg is when one currency is tied to another currency. So imagine you're the king of Saudi Arabia. You have a lot of oil. Your biggest customer is the USA. Now, if your currency gets too strong and it rises in value, then you've got a problem. Oil will become more expensive for your main customer, the USA, and they won't be able to afford as much of your oil. So they'll not only buy less from you, but they'll also start looking to buy it from other people. So instead, you choose to peg the Saudi Riyal at $3.75 to $1 US. That's the swap, to stop your currency from rising. So then you can keep the USA as your customer and keep making money on this oil gravy train.
Okay? I mean, we're making money.
So that is a currency peg. But the Saudis aren't the only ones. Other oil producing nations like Oman and Qatar, they do the same thing. They peg to USD so that when the US dollar goes up in value, their currencies do too, at the exact same proportion. And there are a bunch of legitimate reasons why you might want to peg your currency. Caribbean nations like the Bahamas, Bermuda, Barbados, they peg their currencies to the US dollar because of tourism. It's their biggest sector and it's all done in USD. Countries with large financial sectors like Hong Kong or Singapore and Malaysia, they also like to peg their currencies to the US dollar because they deal with foreign exchange markets. Right this second, over 66 countries have their currencies pegged to the US dollar, and they all want the same thing, stability. And it works until it doesn't. Because not everybody wants stability. In fact, there is a group out there that specifically want the opposite.
102
Traders. And what do they want? Volatility.
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 Volatility. Volatility. And
Because financial traders make money during times of volatility. They are like sharks, hunting for blood and searching for weakness. And pigs are very, very fragile. Pigs break.
Massive speculative flows.
Well, the pound is really floating free at the moment, and it doesn't look as though it will be re-established at a new parity until the French referendum is out of the way.
Soros lit the fuse to get it done. He's known as, we told you last night, the man who broke the Bank of England.
In 1992, a fantastic year might I add, the year that I was born, the currency trader George Soros broke the Bank of England. This is a story that is legendary amongst finance bros.
Wall Street stocks and stuff.
Well, back then, the United Kingdom were part of the exchange rate mechanism, or ERM, which was a European system of semi-pegged currency. And when there are pegs, there are opportunities to break them. And that is a beautiful sight to a trader. And George saw this opportunity.
It's a business opportunity.
He essentially shorted the pound, betting $10 billion against it, which caused the currency to rapidly devalue. And then he bought a whole bunch of it back for a lot less money than he sold it for, earning $1 billion in the process. People say he broke the Bank of England because the UK withdrew from the ERM afterwards. Don't worry too much about the financial mechanics.
Mortgage-backed securities, subprime loans, tranches. Confusing, right? Does it make you feel bored or stupid? Well, it's supposed to.
What you need to know here is that he broke the peg, which brings us back to Twitter user Freddie Reynolds. This guy is basically Michael Burry, the guy who predicted the 2008 global financial crisis.
I look for value wherever it can be found. If they fail above 15%, the whole bond is worthless. Lawrence, please don't patronize me. If they... No stocks. I want to short the housing market.
In fact, is that Michael Burry? Anyway, to follow his playbook for breaking Luna, we first have to understand how it works. Luna is the native cryptocurrency of the Terra blockchain. Terra Labs was founded by Do Kwon, a South Korean cryptocurrency developer, and he has quite the reputation. A simple Wikipedia search reveals that in response to criticism about his algorithmic stablecoin, Kwon repeatedly mocked them by calling them poor and cockroaches. And when asked where the capital for the yield reserves were coming from, which is a reasonable question, Do Kwon responded, your mom, obviously. Seems like a really lovely guy. In September 2020, he launched Terra USD, an algorithmic stablecoin known as UST. A stablecoin is a crypto-native invention. That is, wait for it, a pegged currency.
Okay, I learned it on YouTube.
It's a cryptocurrency that is pegged to the US dollar, 1 for 1. And there are lots of stable coins out there. USDC, USDT, DIME, and they're all named that way because they're stable. USDT is Terra's stable coin. It's pegged 1 to 1 like any other stable coin. 1 UST equals 1 USD, US dollar. But there was a problem. You see, UST is not like the other stable coins.
Yeah, well, I'm not like the other girls.
Because it has this word in front of it, algorithmic. Now, we all know what an algorithm is. It's that thing Zuckerberg uses to control our lives.
What I want people to know is that everything they're doing online is being watched, is being tracked, is being measured.
An algorithm is just a set of instructions for a computer to follow. And UST has a set of instructions too. It's very simple. 1 UST equals $1 worth of Luna. Or 1 Luna is worth whatever it's trading for in USD, but in UST. At any time, any person can swap 1 UST for $1 worth of Luna, and vice versa. The UST stablecoin was backed by Luna. That is how UST was supposed to stay stable.
If it's a stable coin and it's not stable, what is it?
UST lost its peg. A major market event is happening right now.
UST, this stable coin, it's supposed to stay at the price of $1.
Look at how this works. So say you're a casual crypto trader and you just want to make some money.
Let's make some money then.
You watch the Terra ecosystem very carefully, and then you notice that 1 UST is actually, right now, currently priced at more than $1. This is a bit strange since stablecoins are supposed to be 1 USD. But here it is, trading at $1.01, which means it's time to make some money. The Terra ecosystem mints 1 new UST token for you because you burnt that Luna. The overall supply of UST has increased, lowering the price. You check the markets again, and that one UST token is now trading for $1.01. If you sell now, you can make a 1 cent profit. UST stays stable because traders are incentivized to balance the price through arbitrage, and then they make a little bit of profit in the process. And it works the exact same way in reverse. So let's say that UST is currently trading at 99 cents. Remember, it's supposed to be pegged to $1, so UST is currently below its peg, and at any time you can redeem your 1 UST for $1 of Luna, a 1-for-1 swap. So while UST is trading at 99 cents below the peg, you swap it for $1 worth of Luna, and then you sell, and then you've just made your 1 cent profit. Also, by redeeming your UST for Luna, you increase the market price of UST by decreasing its supply. This relationship between UST and Luna is called the mint and burn mechanism, and it's the basis for the entire Terra ecosystem. Terra have intentionally designed their stablecoins this way. The traders are an integral part of making the whole system work, until things go wrong.
Terra UST bounced around 90 cents.
This is a very bumpy story that we're looking at here.
UST is down 46% to 49 cents in 24 hours. The prices have dropped even more.
May 7th, Saturday afternoon. Twitter user 9xhamz noted this: 25 basis points UST depeg on Binance today. That means UST was trading at 0.997, not $1. 3 Arrows Capital and Genesis likely swapped their 1.5 billion UST on Binance. 3 Arrows Capital and Genesis run some of the largest funds in crypto. That's a lot of UST supply. The question is, does it have somewhere to go? May 9th, the crypto markets were already doing very badly, and now there was this huge amount of extra UST on the market with nowhere to go. Price fell below the peg of $1. Then this incentivized the holders of UST to sell for Luna, trading their UST worth 0.997 for a Luna worth $1, which is a guaranteed gain. By May 12th, UST price hit 98 cents on both centralized and the decentralized exchanges. LFG, which is the Luna Foundation Guard, the Terra offshoot company that is tasked with controlling the UST reserves, they tried to protect the peg and started selling the reserves to try and prop up the price of UST, but it was too late. The madness had already begun. Everybody was swapping their UST for Luna. The selling continued. Luna, which had been over $100 per token, was now 70, 65, 60, billions being wiped off the market cap by the hour. The price was dropping due to such a massive increase in the supply from the UST holders trying to get out. Let me out! Let me out! Then once Luna hit mid-50s, sell-offs were triggered from people who have stop losses, which means that they automatically sell when the price of a token hits a certain number, 45, 40. The Luna price was dropping like a brick. Meanwhile, on the other side, UST was also continuing to plummet. 95 cents, 90, 85 cents, then suddenly 70 cents. And at 70 cents, something happened. There was an error. The biggest crypto exchange in the world, Binance, stalled. Exchanges are not supposed to freeze. But once Binance did resume, UST price fell to 61 cents. And the exact same thing was happening on the decentralized exchanges. LPs were pulling their at-risk capital, which caused the price of UST to nosedive. The price of Luna finished the day down 48%. Crashing from $60 down to $31. People were selling their Luna and cashing out, which then further decreased the available liquidity for the UST holders to exit. By now, UST's fate had been sealed. UST fell as low as 22.5 cents. Now that liquidity is gone, the only way the UST holders can exit the system is through redemptions. So that's minting new Luna and then selling it on the open market. This caused pandemonium. Do you remember the Zimbabwe $1 trillion note or the Venezuelan financial collapse? This is hyperinflation, and that's exactly what happened next. Usually, fiat currencies inflate at about 2% per year. Luna hyperinflated 8,190% in 2 days. The supply of Luna went from 386 million to 32 billion. All of this printing of tokens caused the price of Luna to drop like a rock, 99.1%, from $31 at the start of the day to just 1 penny during this period. So imagine having $10,000 of savings one day, and then 2 days later, it being worth $100. That's what happened to all Luna token holders. More than $41 billion in value has been destroyed since April 5th, when Luna's valuation stood at $41 billion, and it traded at a price of $119. UST is no more. It's basically zero. This is one of the largest wealth destruction events in history. It is the biggest crypto collapse ever. So what happens now? Terra Labs, LFG, and founder Do Kwon are now left to pick up the pieces. Meanwhile, retail investors have lost $41 billion. People are angry, and rightfully so. They trusted Terra, LFG, and Do Kwon to defend the peg, but pegs always break. So, was this an intentional attack like the one George Soros did? Was it one of these big financial players? Rumors of what started this fiasco began to surface. Wall Street, Citadel, anti-crypto government entities. The imaginations run wild. Days went by in silence while they were putting together a plan to fix the mess. And after more days of silence, Do Kwon finally emerges with this Terra revival plan. The Terra chain is hard fork, meaning the blockchain splits into two and continues on the new arm. New Luna tokens are issued to existing investors, and the original Luna tokens are renamed Classic with the ticker LUNC. This results in uncoverable losses for the investors. Nobody really knows what triggers financial catastrophes like these. There are layers and layers of financial complexity, especially in DeFi. This is what a currency collapse looks like. It's nothing new. It happened after World War II in the 1950s to the German Reichsmark. They then moved to the German Mark and then the Euro. Currency collapses might seem kind of far away for you, a foreign concept. Maybe you weren't caught up in Luna, and World War II was a long time ago. And perhaps you, like me, didn't grow up in Argentina or Venezuela or Zimbabwe. We're fortunate not to have to worry about that. The events of the Luna collapse teaches us that the road to crypto adoption is going to be a bumpy one. And just like when George Soros broke the Bank of England, no one is immune to the ups and downs of the market. The truth is, no one knows what's coming next, especially in crypto. So stay safe out there.